Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday Possibilities. I'm outside again because I just love being outside and I want to take advantage of it for now. So, sorry if there's a little noise in the background again. And today I want to talk to you guys about one of our 10 keys to total freedom in Access Consciousness. I am an Access Consciousness certified facilitator and joy business facilitator for those of you who may be new. And this tool is living in 10 seconds. And when we begin to live our life in 10 seconds, the thing is we can't make a wrong decision if you're choosing in 10 seconds. Oftentimes when we choose something, we make that choice solid and we think that we can't change it. If we've told somebody we're going to go to their art show opening, their party, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you've chosen that, you told them 2 weeks ago you were going to go, yet that day it was really heavy for your body to go, and it wasn't light for you to go. It wasn't something you wanted to continue to choose, yet you go anyway based off of obligation, rather than maybe there's some other possibility that showed up that was going to create something greater for your business, or you had the energy and the awareness that it would create something greater if you did that. If you did be opposed to going to the art show or the party, whatever it was that your friend was doing. So most people, rather than doing what's going to create greater for them, they're going to go with the obligation that they made. And this doesn't mean to make commitments and make appointments with people and not choose them. But what if you chose in 10 seconds? And what if you were more spontaneous? We don't always have to commit to doing these things. And sometimes even when we make the commitment, it's not even light when we make the commitment, but we choose it because it's our friend. I've learned to change this for myself, and if it feels heavy when I'm asked or receive an invitation, I don't choose it, or I may choose it more at the last minute if that's a possibility, because it's that living in 10 seconds. It's living in every moment of your life. And when you do that, you start to create more awareness. You will create greater in your own life when you begin to choose in 10 seconds. Even with investments, I personally made an investment or made a choice to make an investment, and then I knew it wasn't going to be a good investment. And because I had a lot of pressure on me from somebody that was in my life at the time, the other people who were going to reap the benefits of me making the investment, I had all this pressure on me. So I went ahead and I did it. And it was so heavy. One of those things that just is sinking in the bottom of your stomach. So I've learned to make certain choices, to make a lot of choices in these 10 seconds, or to not make the choices solid. When you do choose something, don't make it solid. And then you can choose again in the next 10 seconds. And hence that investment did not go well at all, as, hey, my body was telling me, my gut was telling me, and I made a choice to not listen. I knew with every fiber of my being that to make a new choice would have been the greater possibility. And now I know to listen to making a different choice, and that it's not wrong to make a different choice. It's not wrong to choose for you and to choose greater for you. And, so what if you start choosing everything in those 10 seconds? This could be with emotions. If you feel anger for someone come up or a situation come up, choose it for 10 seconds. I had that when I was coming out here to come on the patio, because they're supposed to open the patio at our building at 10 a.m. now because of COVID. It used to open at 7 a.m. and they don't always have it open. So when I first came down here, the door wasn't open. I had to go back upstairs and hold downstairs to have them open the door. So I was a little angry for 10 seconds. Thought I was doing this. I chose to do this video because I was able to just be in 10 seconds and go, okay, I can choose something different now. I can choose to move on to another possibility at the moment. And So I chose in 10 seconds. And this happened to me the other day, and I wasn't choosing 10 seconds. And that anger stayed with me for like longer than what I would choose to have anger in my body and in my being. And today, choosing in 10 seconds, it created something totally different for me and definitely something greater. So start choosing in 10 seconds. You can love somebody in 10 seconds, love everybody for 10 seconds, and hate them for 10 seconds. And see what that creates for you. You know, if you're upset with your partner and you can't shake it, you can divorce them in 10 seconds and remarry them in the next 10 seconds and divorce them in the next 10 seconds and be with them again in the next 10 seconds. And when you start to do that, you'll probably begin to even forget that you were upset with them. You know, doing everything in 10 seconds will create the greater future. And it doesn't mean that you don't do things for the future, yet, when you can stay in 10 seconds and not make your choices solid, you can create a whole different possibility beyond what you've had. It begins to get you living in 10 seconds, will get you living in the present and being present with all your choices and the possibilities that are available. And it will begin to give you the awareness of what is going to create greater. You know, going to the airport, for example, I've, planned to go to the airport, and I try not to make that my timing significant. I do what's light for me. And sometimes, or even like if I'm running late to plan to do something, and choosing in those 10 seconds and asking, is this going to make a difference or not? Like if you're running late, is this going to create something greater, or is this really going to make a difference if I'm 10 minutes later, if I'm 15 minutes later? And if it's not, it's usually going to create greater. I've been late to do things, missed accidents by 10 seconds because I didn't make it solid that I had to leave at a certain time, but I followed what was right in the moment to go somewhere, to be somewhere. I've met people like that before, met very interesting people in my life. So rather than having to do everything planned out from obligation, ask what's going to create greater. Do I want to make this choice now? I can choose this in 10 seconds. Sure, I'll go in this 10 seconds. And then if the 10 seconds before it's time to go, if your body and your being is telling you to choose something different, choose something different. Make a choice for you rather than obligate yourself. Most people are creating from obligation, and what is that really creating for them? So rather than from creating from obligation, create in 10 seconds. You can choose joy in 10 seconds. You can choose laughter in 10 seconds. You can choose wealth in 10 seconds. You can choose money in 10 seconds. Doesn't that sound like more fun? And you can keep choosing them in the next 10 seconds. So, what would you like to choose? So, everything that comes up in your life, have it for 10 seconds and then make a different choice and create a different possibility for yourself. And what would that create and change in your life when you choose to live in 10 seconds and create your life in 10 seconds? Thank you guys for tuning in. That will be it for today. And I look forward to tomorrow. I hope you have the most amazing day so far. And ciao for now. Bye.